Hello and welcome to our live coverage of Duquesne men's basketball. My name is Will McDonald. My co-host Nick Fernbaugh will be joining me momentarily. We're in the basement of College Hall here at Duquesne. Saturday night, 10 o'clock. No place I'd rather be than calling a college basketball game.
How we doing, Will?
I'm doing great. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Keep rolling. I'm
Yep.
gonna adjust that camera.
Yeah.
How you feeling for tonight?
I'm feeling great for tonight. Hopefully Duquesne will come away with at least a better performance than their most recent one against Boise State. Obviously, a lot going wrong in that game, which we'll cover momentarily. But it's a new day, it's a new game. Hopefully, a fresh new start.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the key things going into this game there's no sugarcoating that. That was a rough performance.
That was a tough performance.
For people wondering, you could go find the live stream. It was a really good one.
Yeah.
We finished with around 300 views on here.
Yeah.
And you were great for your debut.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Always great to get some positive support from a seasoned veteran. Let's just say that.
So I guess right off the gate, the simple thing to talk about is the fact that they just did not. I know Jack kind of stressed on the fact that this is who they are. It's just frustrating to see that the defense just has not been there, and especially in bigger games. I know William and Mary was kind of a toss-up.
Yep.
And I don't think it'd be as bad if they were able to just keep teams under 80 some nights. And
yep.
I think that's just been the issue. They just haven't. I mean, something as central as when they played Central State, a Division II school, or I think it was a Division II school. It was an NAIA school. I think it was Division II. They give up 80. I know they scored over 100 in that game, but to give up 80 to a school like that, it's just not a good look. And we saw it unfortunately kind of come to a head on in that game, because it was just the key thing with that game was just missed assignments, bad communication, just kind of the whole it just all kind of came to a head with just a lot of defensive mistakes and problems,
Yeah, you talk about keeping teams under 80. I mean, when, at least due to my research, if you keep teams under 80, most of the time you're going to have a decent game. Obviously, the William and Mary game is the outlier there. They just couldn't cover the three ball that game, and that was apparent in last game against Boise State as well. I mean, you had a guy off, I believe he was off the bench and he missed maybe two.
Yes, Pierce Carmichael just went and just tortured us the entire night. It was one of the worst. It was one of the worst feelings in the world, just watching him go out. But the issue was, and this was the big thing for me, was that it wasn't just one guy. I mean, it was mainly two guys, but they were getting beat up top. That was where Pierce Carmichael just made our life living hell. Yeah. And they also got beat down low. Drew Fielder bullied everyone down there.
And, that's, to your point about that, Duquesne offensively did struggle as well. There were multiple possessions where they forced a shot that they shouldn't have. Again, there were forced threes in that game, but there was also some forced plays down low, some bad shots being taken. I think there was one with, was it Dom Akins? He might have, or Cam Crawford, he might have. I
know Cam took some rough shots. It was frustrating. I mean, I think that's a key thing of why his minutes he didn't have minutes in that game. He only finished with 13 minutes played, which is easily the lowest he's had all year for a guy who is as talented as him. He just didn't have it that night. I mean, only two guys played over 25 minutes, and it was Ginyard, who I'm kind of surprised he played as long as he did, because he finished with only 1 point off of a free throw. He went 0 for 5 shooting. And I think kind of the key thing that kind of summed up of what happened was Duquesne went 5 for 25 at the 3-point line and
8 for 30 from the field.
And Boise State was over 50% at the 3-point line. That you just can't win games like that if you're giving up that many looks. I know a lot of them were decently contested, but
there were obviously way too many wide left open shots, and we talked about this towards the end of the first quarter. I just remember is putting multiple people up on Pierce Carmichael, who was having a legacy game and did have a legacy game that game. But I mean, double teaming the 3-point line, which was a skill that obviously Boise State we didn't know Boise State had a strong 3-point game, but to see it happen over and over again and not make any changes on it is inexcusable for that game.
No, it was really killing them. And I think if we're going to see Duquesne bounce back, and even if it's not get a win, but have a good performance tonight against the Wolfpack, what do you think needs to happen for Duquesne?
I mean, obviously guarding up on the three, I think, is glaringly apparent. Also, foul trouble has been the problem for Duquesne all year long. Especially, again, I'm going to rehash on the Villanova game. You had 10 fouls before, a little bit after, halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah.
So if you can control the fouls at least early on and not force bad shots, which I saw a lot of in the past game against Boise State.
You know, I think, and I like that you've highlighted shot selection. I think it's something that me and Jack kind of haven't. I don't think either of us have really touched on in the games we've worked, but I think if there's one thing I'm going to highlight here for Duquesne, I know it really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things in this game, but I want to see them have another game where they play solid, like play careful with the ball and are playing smarter, slowing things down, and not causing a lot of turnovers. I mean, this was easily their best game in terms of turnovers, even though it really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But it was nice to see them not, throw the ball away a lot or have a lot more offensive fouls. I think they had like 4 or 5, which is still not great, but it's better than I think like prior games that happened. Like one I always highlight was William and Mary. They just had a lot of mistakes. If it wasn't charges, it was illegal picks. It was just a few simple mistakes that I think just ended up biting them in the long run.
And to your point, there have been a lot of issues with this Duquesne team, but one highlight I want to just spotlight on is their passing game. I think this is one of the best passing teams possibly in the A10 that I've seen. They're able to move the ball around very quickly and very efficiently, at least in the games that I've seen personally.
No, 100%. I think it's interesting to say because I think even when Ginyard didn't shoot well, like in some games this season, he's passed. I think he's done a very good job passing. And I was actually kind of curious. I was looking around to see what the assist margin was looking like there. But one thing I think that's going to be important to see from Duquesne is just, I mean, I know they've played 10 games, so their stats are a little bit skewed, but they're sitting towards the top in offensive stats. So I think this team is talented offensively. I don't think that game against Boise is what this team is, but it just really wasn't a good showing. And I think the one thing you want to see from this team is see them score 80 and try. I think 80 is the magic number for this game tonight because they've proven they can score 80. Basically, they've scored 80 in every single game they won this season. And I believe outside of even the Stony Brook game, they scored 80.
Yep.
And when they've scored 80, they've won. And that's been the key thing. It's just trying to keep teams below that. And I know it's not pretty most of the time, but is the only time they've given up over 80 points and won was the Central State game because they managed to score 101, and then they gave up 81, and that's because that game went into OT against Queens. So I guess they also gave up 80 in the Sacred Heart game. I just forgot because how weird that game was. I'll never forget that one. Yeah. But I think in the grand scheme of things, this is an offensively talented team that needs to find just a few defensive sparks to keep things going. They don't get on enough rallies,
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And again, it's hard to get on much of a rally in that Boise State game. But to their credit, they did hang around a little bit, at least towards it was the end of the first quarter. I believe Boise State held like a 4-point lead or something, and I guess that was the highlight of that game, at least containing themselves to 4 points towards the end. But again, they never held a lead in that game. But again, it was a poor reflection of Duquesne's basketball team in that game. Again, like I've been saying, hopefully this game can be a bounce back game for them.
Yeah, especially because this will be a big game here. I think this is a quad 2 game, I believe, against Nevada, and we've talked about it. Duquesne hasn't won a game outside of a quad 4 game. For people wondering, they've played Northeastern, which was a quad 3 game they lost. They played William and Mary. That was a quad 2 game they lost. And then they played 2 quad 1 games, Boise State and Nova, and have lost. So I know the odds are not in Duquesne's favor here, but tonight I want to see them go out and put up a good showing because right now Nevada's sitting currently 85 in the net rankings. And I was looking, William & Mary was 68, and they gave William & Mary a tough fight. I mean, every game outside of, I would say, Boise State, they've given teams a tough fight. So
there haven't been like a lot of blowout losses for Duquesne.
No, it's only been one, and I don't see it happening again. So we're gonna take a quick little break. I'm gonna get the game up, and then we'll be back in a few minutes. The game will be starting at 10. I will give everybody a little warning because we might have to improvise a little bit. Because for people wondering, I was gonna put the graphic up, but I forgot to get it in there. But the women Nevada team, the women's Wolfpack for Nevada, they are playing Pacific, and apparently the power went out at Nevada's gym. So yeah, I have nothing.
Hopefully that does not become an issue
at Lawler Arena. So I don't think it's gonna be an issue. I hope by now they got it sorted, but we will keep you guys updated in case there is a delay. The start time as of right now is still 10 p.m. So we're gonna take a quick break and then we'll be right back.
Hello and welcome back to live coverage of Duquesne Dukes men's basketball. Just momentarily, we're going to be covering the players to watch for this game. Obviously, there's one player, so what we're doing is one player for Nevada and one player for Duquesne. And Nick, would you like to tip it off with your pick for Nevada?
Yes, I will. I'm going to start with Xavier Dussel, who played at Fresno State. So he has experience. He's had a lot of experience in the Mountain. In fact, that's where he's been this entire time. He was with Wyoming for 3 years, and then Fresno State, and now as a fifth year, he is at the Wolfpack. And one thing that really highlighted with me is that we talked about, unfortunately, the struggles Duquesne have kind of had stopping the three-point shot this year, and especially it kind of came to a head against Boise. And, well, simple as this, he's their leading shooter. He's taken the most. He is shooting 40% at the three-point line, so he's going to be a big problem. I know he doesn't average the most points. He only averages about 7 or about 8 points a game. But I think if you're someone like him who can shoot the three-point shot as well as him, it's going to be a problem, especially because of like we talked about with missed assignments, which was killing the Dukes out west.
Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about three-point shooting. I think my guy could be a threat tonight. Elijah Price.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, he's been at Nevada for 2 years now. Through 10 games, he is 38% from the field, 40% from field goal range, averages 8 boards a game, about an assist, 12 points, about 1 turnover per game. But I think this is going to be a standout game. I think this is going to be a game where he actually breaks the 20-point mark. In recent games, he's averaged around 15 points. Last game against Washington State, he put up 15 points, 8 boards, 2 blocks, and 3 steals. So obviously a two-way threat on both defense and offense. So I think he's the player to watch for Nevada tonight.
That's a really good pull right there, honestly. I guess as we're going to keep it with you, who do you think on Duquesne's side needs to step up if they want to get a big win out west to get some confidence going as they're finishing up non-conference?
I don't really know about stepping up, but I think having a more similar game to the game that he had last game is Jakub Neches.
Yep.
Obviously, he was the bright spot of Duquesne. In the game against Boise State, obviously 66% from the field, 100% from three-point range, 9 boards and assists, 2 blocks, 13 points, which is similar to his play style. He usually averages about 10 to 15 points a game. I think if he can have a similar game to his game against Boise State, in which again he was the lone highlight for Duquesne that game. I think it'll be a good game for the Dukes.
You know what's funny? I want to highlight this with Jakub because I've had chances to sit in the press conferences, and the one I remember was Stony Brook. I'm getting that one out, folks, for people wondering. There was a quote by John it was by Drew or Coach Joyce, and Drew essentially said to all of us, he was like, I tell John to tell Jakub to shoot the ball more because I tried to tell him that it didn't get through. So I honestly think if Jakub starts I think he needs to start taking more chances because I think of everyone on this team, he is probably the most efficient scorer. So I love that you're highlighting that.
Yeah.
And I want to bring up a guy who may not have played a lot, and I think he got a lot of his points in garbage time, but I truthfully believe him playing well could elevate this team. And it's Jake DeMichael. His presence has been severely missed. I think he's come back. He's trying to get his feet wet. Coach Joyce talked about the fact that he's not trying to rush him out the gate and possibly risk re-aggravating his injury that kept him out pretty much all of last year, into the start of this year. So I know they're trying to slowly and gradually ease his way back, but I really feel like tonight could be the night you let the keys off. You let him possibly get 20 minutes if guys like Ginyard or Crawford or Jimmy start to struggle. So I'm rolling with DeMichael. I think this could be a night where you see a really, really big performance from him.
And you talk about big performances from DeMichael, who, to his credit, did have a pretty good game last game. He's 66% from the field, 50% from three-point range, had a rebound, a block. And to your point, it was in garbage time, but he still, at the end of the day, he still put up 11 points, which I want to say is a season high for him.
I believe it is. Give me 1 sec to check. Yes, it is by a country mile. He only had 3 as his season high this season, so that was easily his best game of the season. So I'm looking forward to seeing if he can keep rolling. So we're gonna take a quick little break, like 2 or 3 minutes. When we come back, we're gonna get ready to start the game. Like I said, according to KTVN in Nevada, they're saying the matchup is still planning to happen at Lawler Event Center on time at 10 p.m. The lights are up and working. Mm-hmm. They got everything fixed from like the update I told you last time. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned and get ready for the game.
Looking forward to it. Hello and welcome back to Duquesne Dukes men's basketball, where we have some.
You breaking the news?
I guess some uncertain news out of Nevada.
Thanks for lying, Twitter.
As previously mentioned by Nick here, the Nevada Wolfpack game for the women's game, I believe was in overtime, and the lights went out in the arena. Mm-hmm. That game was thought to have been, I guess, not delayed, but I guess stopped. That is not the case anymore. They're going to continue their game. We'll post updates when Duquesne men's basketball plays.
Yeah,
Nevada.
we'll be keeping you guys updated with this, but I wanted to start with this. Like, have you had a moment like this? Like, have you ever seen a moment like this where a game gets delayed? Like, I know for everybody here at Duquesne, we all know what the main one we all remember was. It was a stoppage because of the Uber Eats driver. I don't. You ever hear about the story?
I did not know.
Oh. It was so you got Brendan in the back who's smiling because he knows this story. But I remember this. It was my junior year of college, I believe. And it was like a DoorDash or an Uber Eats driver, somebody who came out onto the court, walked around the entire court trying to drop off an order for someone, and then walked off. Oh. Now, I believe it was like a whole bit. I don't remember fully, but it's one of the funniest stories that I've ever remembered. Like, that's like the funniest way I've ever seen a game get like stopped for Duquesne. Whereas now, literally, I don't think I've ever seen a place where the lights just went out.
The lights go out. I think there's like 50 seconds left in that game in overtime.
There's 55 seconds as Nevada is playing Pacific, and I believe it's 70-67 to Nevada, I believe. So that's kind of... No.
Obviously, I am new to the broadcasting game. I admit that. This is a very. I'm just gonna look back and laugh on this, but I mean, for this to happen in the second game that I wind up calling for the Duquesne Dukes, that's.
Actually, can't write this. This is one of the funniest things ever. But yeah. So this has been. A bit of an interesting start. So like usually right now is when I give you the starters and like. We get ready to kick off what's going to be a fun game. But right now we're kind of stuck in limbo. So we're going to take just a little break. Probably let's give it like 4 or 5 minutes. When we come back, hopefully we'll get a clear situation on when the men's game's starting because they're currently figuring it out. I know right now they're still doing a shoot-around trying to get everybody warmed up, I believe, for the Nevada Pacific game. So hopefully within like 3 to 5 minutes, this game starts up and hopefully ends. God help me if this game goes into double overtime. I'm going to lose my mind because the men's game's just stuck in limbo right now.
Who would have thought that calling a Duquesne Dukes men's basketball game on the East Coast would turn into a similar situation to calling a Hawaii football game.
I know. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you all for being patient with us. We will be getting this started very soon.
Oh my God. I'm going to be here till like 3 in the morning.
So, as I'm figuring out the state of the score right now, apparently the men's game started. And so the reason I'm saying this, I'm going to just fix the score quickly. As they're about 3 minutes in. And I got nothing right now. As Chuck Bailey makes a 2-point layup. The reason people can't watch it, I'm assuming it has to do with the fact that the power is just messed up right now. But Duquesne's off to a decent start as they're currently up 11-8 as Jimmy Williams makes a 2-point layup. Folks, as soon as we could give you like the TV commentary, like proper play-by-play commentary, we will do it. I'm going to give you the best score updates as we could possibly do right now. With this, if you're able to find this game, please feel free. But the reason this is the case, I am assuming it has to do with the fact that because the power went out, the Mountain West Network, they just can't get things running. I remember something similar to this happening with Duquesne. I believe, ironically, I think it was for the William & Mary game. They were having a lot of problems because the Wi-Fi went down. So, yeah, I think Brendan, I think in the back is understanding this. But because of this, as a result, it's making for a very weird,
very interesting
start to the night.
Looks like there might be a commercial break in place for Mountain West. Hopefully,
as of right now, no, because Terrence Ginyard just made a back-to-back free throws. And Duquesne's off to a decent start, ironically enough, as they are up
14-8 on Nevada.
14-8 as Ginyard got a 3-point foul and made all three. So I mean, they're off to a solid start tonight.
Yeah,
for what it's worth. Figures it's the game that we can't watch that starts going well. What is it? What did it cost for Duquesne to win a game against a decent school? Everything. Just insert the Thanos meme.
Wait, hang on. Got it.
Wait, that's Utah Valley and.
What?
If you get this working out,
I swear, I thought. No, they're not. Next game starts soon.
As Jimmy makes a 2-point layup, Dukes are off to an unbelievable start as they're up 16-8 about 5 minutes into the game. This is this is definitely one of the weirder nights of me calling a game in my life because I don't think I've ever had a night where just nothing worked. And like I said, I know this is a direct result of the power going out, so. Oh my goodness. Because you have. So the reason I'm saying this is that. Shout out Brendan in the back who's trying to help us the best he can with this train wreck of a situation at for the Mountain West right now.
Yeah, not the best look for the.
And on your side, what do you have up?
So I'm trying to operate the game off Fubo, a network that should have it's saying that Duquesne is being lively broadcasted on, but for some reason they have a different game appearing on that network.
As Caleb Lowry makes a 2-point shot to make it 16-10. And Jimmy will miss his 3-point shot. So this has been
there's Netchus with the defensive board. That's exactly what I wanted to see from him tonight is getting those defensive boards.
See, that's nice to see right off the gate. Four rebounds already for the Dukes. They went with an interesting change here. So the main one that was different. John is not starting. I'm curious if he's even playing tonight as they played Milosevic already for a little bit, and he started Dave Dixon instead of John tonight. The rest of the lineup is the same: Jimmy Williams, Terrence Ginyard, Cam Crawford, and Nietzsche's. Ginyard is already at 7 points.
Ginyard actually did just have a turnover. Most recently, Caleb Lowry being credited with a steal. Tayshaun Comer, he made a layup on the assist by Caleb Lowry. Lazar Milosevic missed a 3-pointer in Nevada as of now. And has the defensive board.
And as we could see right off the gate, I mean, already off to a decent start. 2 offensive rebounds as for Nevada, but 2 offensive rebounds for the Dukes. 1 for Nietzsche and 1 for Jimmy or that's defensive. They got 3 offensive rebounds, so they're off to a decent start tonight, the Dukes.
Yep.
And as the Dukes are still currently on a scoring drought, and we're going to be at a TV timeout at about the 13:30 mark. So this is going to be this is probably one of the most scuff moments I think I've seen in a while. As the buffer circle keeps spinning over there, as the Dukes are up 16-12 out west. This is honestly for how much everything went into the toilet for the Boise State game. Mm-hmm. I will take this start even if it means the live stream has been beyond scuffed. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're sitting at 20 views, 7 minutes into, or 6.5 minutes in. As they're currently trying to finish
the Nevada women's game, which was previously thought to have been canceled, according to ESPN. But no, this game will continue to go on. It has been to its credit, it has been a close game.
It has been. It's currently tied. So for people wondering, the reason this kind of went to a mess is the lights for the gym went out for Nevada, which then slowed down the women's game as they were playing Pacific, and it's just kind of made a mess.
Yes, a mess is certainly one way to put it,
but as it currently stands, like I said, Duquesne is up 16-12 against the Wolfpack, and from obviously we only really got the stats to look at, but how do you think the Dukes are playing so far?
I mean, to your point, they have gotten their defensive boards under control. Nietzsche obviously has one of them. Dixon another one. Jimmy Williams, Cam Crawford, obviously getting the boards going. You did point out the scoring drought, but Ginyard off to a great start early. 1 for 1 from 3 range.
It's nice to see him finally get a bunch of chances at the line.
Exactly, leading the scoring with 7. So hard to.
He got 5 free throws to start off the night, and we want to give a big thank you to Brendan for helping, trying to get everything working for what again has been a very interesting start to the night overall, as we are currently figuring out all the technical hiccups of what is going on in there in the games overall. I'm checking right now just to double check to see the women's game, but as they're getting ready to come out of break in a little bit, I mean, what do you think needs to keep happening for the Dukes as Amir Robinson makes a 2-point layup to start to come out of break?
Amir Robinson.
Amir Robinson.
Sorry, just trying to pull up the what's left of the box score here. Amir Robinson, obviously off to a decent start, 2 points, 1 for 2 from the field. He does have a board to his credit, 1 offensive board. Hopefully he gets going at least a little bit more.
I guess as we're getting back into it, as Dom Akins gets a foul, which I think it'll be. I'm going to double check the fouls very quickly, but Dukes are sitting at 3. And the Wolfpack are sitting at 2. But overall, I mean, it's been a decent start to the game. Hopefully it continues this way as we are still currently in the process of trying to figure things out.
If the game is live or not is the main issue.
This will be the first one as Dave Dixon's going to get a shooting foul. As Peyton White draws it. So Peyton White's going to go to the line to try to tie the game up for Nevada.
Peyton White makes his free throw. A couple substitutions out for Duquesne, Dave Dixon being subbed out, and Jakub Netjes being subbed in.
I'm not surprised. I mean, he had a rough sequence there. He had a turnover, which led to Dom Akins drawing a foul, and then you had this shooting foul.
Dave Dixon drawing the foul. So good to see Netjes in as Peyton White just missed his second free throw. And hopefully, we'll see who comes away with the rebound there as we try to keep up with this game as best we can.
It's going to be Jakub Netjes getting the defensive rebound there. I'm going to go do a little messing around.
All right.
Give you a little solo action for a minute.
Best of luck. I'll try to keep our audience entertained and just keep them posted with this game. Miles Walker draws the foul. Again, we don't know what foul it is because we do not have access to the live game as of now. So I'll trying to keep you posted as best as I possibly can there. We're still obviously experiencing some technical difficulties with the Mountain West network and how to, I guess, access this game as they're still in the Pacific Nevada game. Stefan Bussel turns the ball over, Miles Walker being credited with the steal, and Van Bussel getting a foul drawn on him immediately afterwards. So, again, to Nick and I's point before the game, foul trouble has been an issue for Duquesne recently, and this just being shown early on. Obviously a tight game between Duquesne and Nevada right now, and the foul trouble is not helping at all.
And it looks like, if I'm guessing, that if Milosevic and Van Bussel are getting time early, it's a sign that John might not be playing tonight.
Probably.
That's going to be a big hurt for the Dukes if they're trying to get a tough win tonight. As what was that, Miles Walker, and unfortunately the big men have already been kind of a problem with the turnovers. Is they've had 3 so far through the first 10 minutes, and 2 have come from their big men. Van Bussel with 1, and Dixon has got the other one. Has got 2 of the second of the 3 turnovers they have. So something they just got to be able to clean up as they get rolling. As they're currently sitting at 5 fouls already, almost halfway through the first half of the game. And they're going to go to a TV timeout. So we're going to go to a quick break. We will come back in like 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll keep you updated. Hopefully by then the game will be up and running, and we'll get something working. Or at the very worst, we could power through the first half, and hopefully the second half will be a little bit better. But we will be right back.
And as we got back here, did miss a little bit on that timeout there. Amir Robinson did make a 3-pointer on the assist by Tyler Rollison. A couple substitutions for both teams. Jariah Coleman subbing out for Nevada. Elijah Price in. Dom Akins being subbed out. Stefan Busel being subbed out. Terrence Ginyard being subbed in. And David Dixon also being subbed in.
It's an interesting choice tonight. They're running a very shallow lineup for what it's worth. You haven't, you're not seeing, DeMichael's finally going to get his first shot. Unfortunately, the things have been kind of rough here as Duquesne has been on a 15, or as the Wolfpack been on a 15-0 run, which is shit. That's brutal.
That is brutal, but Maximus Edwards just recently made a three-pointer on the assist by Terrence Ginyard. Miles Walker with the turnover, and Jakob Netjes being credited with that steal. So,
well, for what it's worth, I think we're rolling about as good as you could hope for at this point. And you're going to get a turnover from Miles Walker, and a foul on him as well, as Jakob's going to get the steal there.
Looks like he'll be at the line, because I'm going to assume that was a inbounds pass.
You're probably right.
Substitution in there for Nevada. Miles Walker being subbed out. Tayshawn Comer being subbed in for Nevada. Tayshawn Comer obviously coming off a 23-point performance in his last game against Washington State.
It's nice to see.
Yeah.
Oh, man, but this has been... I'm not even going to lie, folks, here at DSTV. I want to thank you all for tuning in. So we're already sitting at 41 views. We've had a peak concurrent of 7 viewers at one point. This has been probably, I'm not even going to lie, this has been the single most scuffed production of all time I've ever worked on. And I've worked on some really messed up stuff, like some really high-tech stuff that has just gone wrong. I think this is just the simplest case of, I've never seen a case where just something as simple as a broadcast for a TV network cannot get up. And I think it's literally because what I'm guessing right now, as the action keeps going, I honestly think a lot of what happened has been just because of the power. They just aren't able to get things up and running, as unfortunately the Dukes are going to be at their 6th foul now, as Terrence Ginyard's going to get one. I think that's going to be a sad, no, first. 6 different Dukes have a foul, which is just not a great start.
Von Weems for Nevada, obviously on the missed layup. Duquesne grabbing the defensive board. We'll fill you in on there who grabbed that defensive board in 1 second. But, to Duquesne's credit, they are keeping this game close. It's 23-19.
And that's with giving up a 15-0 run.
Yep.
They're playing outside. That was a very bad stretch of basketball, but for what it's worth, I think they're doing a decent job playing what I think is much better defense than what has happened before.
On the defensive board there for Duquesne, Maximus Edwards missed the 3-pointer, and Elijah Price for Nevada grabbing that defensive board. Nevada jumper by Comer there is good, as Nevada goes up 25-19 over Duquesne.
We'll give you a quick little update as things are going around. Me and Jack love to do this thing of updating A-10 games. We'll update with a score or two right now. George Mason took down Old Dominion in a battle for Virginia, 73-61. Fordham takes down Manhattan with ease, 82-53. And Davidson smokes Mercyhurst. That's 2 teams in the A-10 are not losing to Mercyhurst, so thank God. But as of right now, those are currently the big ones.
And after that, Tayshawn Comer jumper, Jakob Netjes missing the 3-pointer, Nevada grabbing the defensive board, and Dixon with another foul as he's subbed out for Maximus Edwards and Cam Crawford and Alex Williams, all being subbed in for Duquesne.
Well, we talked about things kind of running a shallow lineup. Now they're starting to pull everyone out.
And the foul trouble is glaringly apparent early on for Duquesne.
And that is going to put Nevada in the bonus here.
At 8:13 in the first quarter, that's just not what you want for if you're Duquesne.
No, this Peyton White's going to make his first free throw, and unfortunately,
it looks like both are going to be good for him there.
Yep, he will make his second, and this is currently a 19-3 run over 7 minutes. It's just Oh, that's tough.
Scoring, we did say was a bit of an issue, at least getting going in that game against Boise State. Obviously, there was a lot that went wrong in that game, but foul trouble is, I guess, transferring over to this game as well.
No, I mean, it started so hot, and unfortunately, as you can tell, they've dropped all the way down to 6 for 17 shooting. 3-pointers have kind of been the main story. Yeah. They're currently 3 for 11.
Alex Williams, speaking of missed 3-pointers, just missed 3-pointer. Tayshawn Comer grabbing the defensive board, and Elijah Price making the layup on the assist by Comer.
And unfortunately, now is the second stretch where the Dukes have gone with over 2 minutes without scoring, and it's just not going to win you games, unfortunately. This has been this has been a little tough. I'm not going to lie. This has been kind of brutal.
After that layup by Elijah Price, Jimmy Williams missed a 3-point jumper. Alex Williams does grab the offensive board, but then subsequently turns the ball over.
And unfortunately, that's where it just kills you. You get a rebound, you get a chance to put the ball up, and you just either get blocked or you just don't have the shot in you, and it's just it was because of a bad pass from Alex Williams there, and that's just not going to help you, especially when the fouls are already becoming an issue. The last thing you need to do is just throw the ball to the other team. We're currently sitting with about 7 minutes left in the first half as the Wolfpack lead 29-19 in what can be described as probably one of the most brutal stretches of offense I've seen Duquesne have, as the Wolfpack have gone on a 21-3 run over the last 8 minutes.
No, that's absolutely not what you want if you are Duquesne.
Can't happen. Yeah, as this has been, like I said, this has been one of the more interesting streams, one of the more scuffed ones. If you guys, whoever's in here, if you got any questions or stuff you want to ask or just anything like that, shoot away in the chat, and we will
do our best to answer it at least.
We'll be definitely answering stuff as we are currently in a TV timeout. But I mean, like I said, I know we haven't been able to see it, but this is the second big run they've went on, and overall, I mean, a 21-3 run. That's just a really.
That's not at all the start.
I think all the trends show it for what it is. Nevada's 7 for 8. Duquesne's 1 for their last 11 for shooting. 4 turnovers in the last 8 minutes. Multiple 2-minute scoring droughts. I mean, it's just been a tough stretch right now.
It certainly has been a tough stretch.
And I think what's made it worse, again, it sucks when the Boise State game kind of happened, they never really got themselves going. It was pretty much bad from start to finish. This one I think is worse because they got themselves rolling, and I felt like things were finally starting to pick up a little bit, and then
they just immediately the wheels fall off.
And the issue here, and this is what makes it so frustrating, is when they went on this kind of stretch, before, they were able to work through it because their defense was so good. It was so tough. Right now, it's just their defense is average. In fact, sometimes it's even worse. And that's kind of the state right there. Comer makes a jumper. Ginyard turns the ball over.
And Elijah Price being credited with that steal.
And Weems is going to get himself a layup, and it is now 33 to 19, and it's been a 29 or 25-3 run in the blink of an eye.
And there's Jimmy Williams with the missed layup.
Those are just mistakes that can't happen. I feel like now it's just they're getting frustrated, and they're letting this frustration, I think, hit them.
And Elijah Price being credited with the block there on the missed layup by Jimmy Williams, also grabbing the defensive board, and but it is required. It is. And Jakob Netjes there with the block, Cam Crawford grabbing the defensive board, and Terrence Ginyard making a 3-pointer to cut the lead down to 11.
At this point, all you can really do is just try to slow the game down, do what you can to get things rolling, because it's just not been good, unfortunately. And that's just been the moments that's just killing them. There's just been too many mistakes, too many sloppy plays, just too much bad moments.
And Tyler Rollison there being credited with a missed shot there, and Cam Crawford grabbing the defensive board for Duquesne.
Unfortunately, it doesn't get much better because he then turns the ball over.
Just as I say that, Cam Crawford then turns the ball over.
Oh man, that's rough to see right there. That's twice that Duquesne has gotten a rebound and immediately turned the ball over from the person who grabbed the rebound. First it was Alex Williams, now it was Cam Crawford.
We do have some substitutions to report there after the turnover. Elijah Price being subbed out for Nevada, and Ethan Crowley subbing in his place. Jakub Netchis being subbed out for Duquesne, and Lazar Milosevic being subbed in for Duquesne. But again, foul trouble early on is not helping, and they obviously pretty big turnover issue, at least early on for Duquesne.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. And unfortunately, highlighting your problem, I mean, luckily they have slowed it down a little bit with the fouls, which has been the one bright spot, I would say. But unfortunately, it's now come at the result of turnovers and just not great play. So at this point, all you can do is just take it one possession at a time. That's all you really can do. And I think that's something that, unfortunately, I've seen the Dukes struggle with, is like trying to slow the game down. I think it's just more because of how they play. But I think as a result, when they get these kind of moments, they try to go with quick drives to kind of get themselves confident again. But I think as a result, it leads to these sort of problems. As
speaking of turnover problems, Tayshawn Comer for Nevada turns the ball over, and it looks like we have another substitution to report for Duquesne. Terrence Ginyard being subbed out, and Dom Akins being subbed in for his place.
Yeah, we're just gonna. Yeah, I know this big run's been essentially the story here for tonight. It's a 25-6 run over the last 10 minutes, and that a 19-point swing in 10 minutes is just going to be it's just devastating. Because it's not even much of the fact that Nevada's scoring, it's just the fact that Duquesne has gone essentially ice cold over half of basketball, essentially.
Which is never going to help you if you're trying to win the basketball game.
No.
Maximus Edwards obviously being subbed in for Duquesne. It looks like Jimmy Williams will be makes the three-pointer on the assist by Lazar Milosevic. That'll cut the lead for Nevada down to 8, and Duquesne will get back on defense.
Nice to see that, as that'll be Jimmy Williams' first made three-pointer of the night. That's kind of been one of the antithesis of why Duquesne went so ice cold. He missed all 3 of his three-pointers before that one, unlocked the fact that Milosevic taking a 3 and missed. Williams took a 3 and missed. DeMichael took a 3 and missed. Akins taking 2 shots and missed. I mean, it's just they're not getting any production off of the bench tonight.
Not at all.
They only have 1 bucket, and it was a three-pointer from Maximus Edwards, and then he missed 1. So the bench is essentially gone. If I'm doing the most basic math correctly, they've gone 1 for 7 off the bench, and that's just A, that's just not how the Dukes play, and B, that's just gonna kill you.
That will hurt you in the long road.
Especially with this team, we've talked about it like over many games. Me, Jack, and now you. Mm-hmm. This is a really deep team, so when they're playing good, they can beat you in a number of ways. So when everybody's playing bad, you really do feel that, and I think that's kind of the emphasis of why that drought happened for as long as it was. Nobody was stepping up and making a play. Everybody was making mistakes.
Yeah. Again, a lot of mistakes made in the Boise State game, and earlier on in this game, there have been some mistakes made, especially with the offensive run.
Oh, no, and that is going to be worst case scenario. Milosevic is going to get a technical foul. Oof.
And again, the foul trouble early on has been a repeated pattern of issue for Duquesne here. Obviously, the technical foul being assessed on Milosevic is not helpful at all. And, again, preventing the scoring run that Nevada has gone on in this first quarter, again, is an issue that needs to be addressed. If I were Drew Joyce at halftime, that is an issue that I would address along with foul trouble. Again, an issue that probably should have been at least attempted to make corrections.
No, 100%. That's just something I know is going to drive him. It's going to drive him crazy at this point, which I can't necessarily blame him. Ethan Crowley is going to be the one who makes both free throws for the Wolfpack there, as we are currently sitting with about 4-ish minutes left in the first half. Duquesne down by 10, and in fact actually down by 12 as Milosevic gets another foul. As the layup's going to be good by Crowley.
So that'll be an and one for Crowley on the assist by Tayshaun Comer
man.
for Nevada.
There's a good chance you might not see Milosevic play the rest of the night.
No,
this has been a really bad
already
stretch.
A technical and another foul assessed on
He's going to be sitting at 3 fouls and the first half, as they are going to miss the free throw, as Alex Williams is going to get the defensive rebound there. I guess small blessings at times.
Yeah, you got to take a small. It's the small wins that. And Duquesne, Cam Crawford misses the layup as they grab the defensive board down there.
This Mountain West trip has turned into a bit of a nightmare for them at this point, as the shot from Rollison
is good.
Good.
That'll put Nevada up 39-25 on the Dukes, and to the Dukes' credit, they did cut it down to about an 8-point lead, but right back up to 14 points as we, I guess, move towards the end of the first half.
As we are going to answer some questions this from Vanessa Cooks and Samantha Thompson. How are you guys watching the game if it's not on the network? Essentially, we have the live stats pulled up, so we're doing kind of updates. He has it up on his computer on ESPN, and we also have the game up right there, as a 3-point shot is going to be made for, I believe that was Jimmy Williams again. Maybe he's finally starting to get himself heated up a little bit. Duke's trying to rally a little bit, and this has been probably one of the more frustrating ones we've been trying to get working. We're trying our best to get the game up, but as it stands, it's currently been a problem because, long story short, this game's on the Mountain West Network. Nevada had a power outage, and so we haven't been able to get the game up. And I guess past that.
And I guess another question that can be answered, or that we're going to try to answer, is from Michael Brownfield there. Why is John Hughley not playing tonight? There is not. We haven't received a report as to why he isn't playing in this game tonight. We hope it's nothing too major. But yeah.
I'm currently doing a search right now to see.
And as we move to an official timeout, Cam Crawford with a missed dunk and the Nevada defensive board.
Currently no real reason from what I've seen. I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine, Tristan Freeman, for the update. The reason for John not being in the starting lineup, because he's in street clothes, he is not playing at all tonight. So there really isn't a great explanation as far as I know. I want to give a shout out to Tristan for highlighting this. This is one of the more weird things. I don't fully know why John is currently sitting out. I don't know if it's a personal thing or if it's an injury thing, but it's been one of those ones that's kind of, like I said, it's just been kind of weird.
It certainly has been all game.
Yeah, I feel like this has been the kind of crap storm that's kind of turning into whatever you want to describe for tonight. As the Dukes are currently sitting down by 11 with 2.5 minutes left, as they are in a media timeout. But this is, oh my goodness. I'm sitting here laughing because I don't really know what else to say at this point, because it's been.
We've covered almost a full half of basketball without ever having watched.
Without watching one second.
So, yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I forget if it was football.
Yeah. I think it was.
There was a football game that people called where you couldn't televise it. The announcerless game.
Jets.
In 1980, the Jets and Dolphins didn't have any. This was more of an experiment. They put no commentators to cover it, but I swear there was one. Well, I guess the last time was the Iron Bowl in 1993. But the example I give is, the Jets-Dolphins game, where this is kind of the inverse of this, where think the power went back out again. If that happened, I swear to God, I'm walking out of this building without my coat or sweatshirt on. I'll just go, hey, folks, it is snowing right now in Pittsburgh. I will walk out into the snow and just fall down in it if the power went out again, because this has been the perfect storm of just stupid.
Yeah, this is one of the more interesting broadcasts than I've been a part of. Obviously, I haven't been a part of a lot of broadcasts, but that's gonna change as we go along in this season. A couple of substitutions to report for both teams. Tyler Rollison and Ethan Crowley being subbed out. Elijah Price subbed in, as well as Amir Robinson. For the Duke side of the ball, Cam Crawford, Alex Williams being subbed out. Jakub Neches back in. Jake DeMichael back in. And immediately as Jakub Neches checks in, he is assessed a foul.
And unfortunately now this has put Nevada into the double bonus with 2:18 left to play. So
Tayshaun Comer with the missed free throw, and Nevada gets the dead ball rebound.
Well, let's talk NIL money. Do we got money to keep some of our players?
That's not really a question that I personally have an answer to.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
Especially since, if we're being real, the game is on, according to Vanessa Cooks.
Okay.
So I'm going to try. I'm going to let Will cook here for a second, as of course we. Oh man, this has been brutal.
Tayshaun Comer on the missed free throw. Peyton White for Nevada grabbing the offensive board. Comer tries to put up a defensive rebound, but a foul is going to be assessed on Jimmy Williams, and Jimmy Williams then turns the ball over, so it looks like it was an offensive foul for Nevada there. As our, I guess, co-host, Nick, again, we've been trying to adjust for us to be able to view this game, but the Mountain West Network has given us some difficulties as we we continue to attempt to put this game back on.
Certainly no luck. Try your Fubo again as we are getting things loaded up. See if
anything pops up.
See if the luck has come back up. But thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. This has been one of the more interesting nights I've ever had commentating.
It certainly has.
Who would you keep? Well, right off the gate, I know he's been inconsistent this year, but Ginyard, without question. I don't believe he's a senior yet. I'm going to double check some of these things as I'm
just gonna keep you posted on the game. Elijah Price with the made dunk on the assist by Chuck Bailey III to put Nevada up 14. Amir Robinson and Elijah Price both being assessed a foul on the subsequent play. So we'll try to figure out what's going on there as Nevada leads by 14 with about a minute and a half left in the first quarter.
Yes.
Jake DeMichael, he misses the free throw, and Duquesne does grab the dead ball rebound.
Yeah, this is oof.
Yeah, this is interesting.
It's been tough. I guess to answer your question, actually, because he is a senior, Ginyard, I'm going to say Jimmy Williams. I think Jimmy Williams has been a nice addition to this team, so I would like to see them keep him around. I also would like to see them keep Dom Akins, because I think him and like I said, I know he's had some tough stretches at times with Dom, but I really do I think Dom can be really good in the future. So
I completely agree. He's got a lot of upside. As Duquesne grabs the rebound, they immediately turn the ball over. Elijah Price misses the layup. Jimmy Williams grabs the defensive board, and Chuck Bailey is assessed a foul on the next play.
I think the key thing there for Nevada that's helped is, again, they've kept the fouls
under control at least.
Pretty much, yeah. That's only their fifth foul. They're not. Duquesne's not even in the bonus yet.
No.
So they've played a very sound game, and then also just I feel like they haven't had to do much. They've kind of just had to sit there and watch Duquesne struggle to make shots. But
Jimmy Williams there with a made free throw to cut the lead down to 13.
And honestly, at this point, you just got to try and just take it one play at a time.
One score at a time. Try not to force any bad shots.
No, see, at this point, the key thing is just with this last possession is to try to see if you can get this down to single digits. If you can.
Jimmy Williams doing his best there.
This game's still within reach.
Making both free throws.
Which I know scoring has slowed down considerably for.
And Nevada calls timeout there.
And that's the key thing. They've been able to slow down Nevada to a degree with the scoring here. So it's one of those things where hopefully things will start rolling, but it's been it's just been one of those stretches where just not a lot has really gone right for the Dukes in this first half, especially because, again, this is another half where they've put themselves down a double-digit gap, which is just, oof. Like I said, it's hard to kind of try to bounce back when that's kind of the result you're getting. And especially, and again, it goes back to the defense. Nevada shooting 55%.
That's not going to help. And the substitution to report just before that timeout, Jimmy Williams being subbed out for Duquesne, and Terrence Ginyard will be subbed in.
We got about 1 minute, 18 seconds left on the clock. Hopefully, the goal. I'm praying to God this is working in the second half. I'm sure everybody in Nevada is panicking on the men's broadcast.
I would not want to be part of that staff right about now.
Oh God, no, I wouldn't either. Oh God, yeah, that's got to be the worst feeling in the world right now if you're them, because you probably feel like there's like the biggest just cloud hanging over you.
Now, as we get back from the Nevada timeout, Tayshaun Comer with the missed layup, Jake Michael with the block, Terrence Ginyard being credited with the defensive assist and the missed three-pointer. Duquesne does grab the offensive board, and a substitution to report for Nevada, Tayshaun Comer being subbed in, subbed out rather, and Tyler Rollison being subbed in for Nevada as Terrence Ginyard proceeds to turn the ball over, and Amir Robinson being credited with that steal.
Oof. And we are currently sitting with about 30 seconds left to play in the first half as
Chuck Bailey there with a missed jumper, and Maximus Edwards being credited with the defensive board.
But hopefully the Dukes can, and they slowed Nevada down. They've only made one of their last 7 shots, so unfortunately Duquesne have kind of followed suit with no buckets in the last 3 minutes. How many times I feel like we said that? Like at least 3 times today. But
Maximus Edwards did grab the defensive board. Terrence Ginyard makes the three-pointer, and as we come to a close on the half, Chuck Bailey turns the ball over. Maximus Edwards being credited with the steal
and a foul, and he's going to get free throw shots to end the half,
which will help Duquesne. The score is 42-33 as we speak, and there we go. Brendan Flato,
unbelievable,
our savior for tonight.
The game is finally up on the Mountain West Network as Maximus Edwards is getting ready to go to the line. This is the first look we've got at the game, folks. I'm not like, dude, the time's over. There's 0 seconds. There's 1.5 on the clock. I'm counting it as 0 in my head. First shot from Maximus Edwards is going to be good. And it's just a really bad pass, and he goes for the layup instantly.
Blatant foul too on Chuck Bailey there. And Maximus Edwards drains his second free throw.
Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of excitement here. We got 1.5 seconds left. They're gonna take the shot.
And
no good. Oh, good shot though for what it's worth.
Did rattle around there.
So we're gonna go in the half. Duquesne gets a little bit of momentum to hopefully take with them in the halftime as they close the gap a little bit, courtesy of some great play from Terrence and Maximus Edwards. I mean, what a great thing for the one highlight we got to see to end the first half. What a job from Maximus Edwards there.
Yeah, what a job from Maximus Edwards. Great way for Duquesne to close out a bit of a disappointing start to this game, but again, great finish for all those guys towards the end. And I mean, to your point, they are it is under 10 points. It's a 7-point lead for Nevada going into the half. Yeah.
I think for what it's worth, listen, I wanted to say that after the Boise State game, and it has been that way at times tonight. But I genuinely think Duquesne is right on the verge. If they can get out, if they can come out the way they started this game, they are right within reach against Nevada. I really do feel I'm treating this game like it's the William and Mary game in my head, hopefully just not ending the same way. Because this is still very much within reach for the Dukes. It's been rough. They've shot really bad at times, but they're still in it. And I know the defense, again, it hasn't been pretty. The 42 says it all. But a lot of it honestly came for the fact that Duquesne put them in the double bonus. So,
I mean, again, the foul trouble was apparent earlier on, but I mean, again, it's a strong finish towards the first half for Duquesne. I mean, obviously, hopefully they can continue that as we move into the second half in a little bit. But I mean, I like what I'm seeing with Duquesne, at least in the beginning and the end of the first quarter.
No, 100%. And I think the key thing to show how they've rallied back. Again, Ginyard's off to a solid start tonight. 13 points. Jimmy Williams has 12. I know the bench really hasn't been able to contribute much, but Maximus Edwards has been that one guy on the bench contributing in a big way for the Dukes. So that is a key thing to see as we're getting ready for hopefully the second half. Hopefully no problems in the second half.
Hopefully no play-by-play call has to be used through ESPN.
But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little more about halftime and get ready as hopefully the Dukes can rally back. But we will be back in about a few minutes. Stay tuned. All right. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We're sitting at halftime. Duquesne currently down 42-35 to Nevada as we're getting ready to get started for the second half. But I know, like I said, I know it didn't start well, and I think. What do you think's been working for Nevada that's getting them so much success?
At least for Nevada, I think they're getting a lot of fouls called, obviously, which has put them in. I guess Ethan Crowley being the more notable standout guy, 2 for 3 from the line. Peyton White 3 for 4 from the line, so that's obviously helped them out a ton. They're tied with Duquesne in rebounding. But they also have limited their turnovers. Duquesne has had 9 turnovers in the first half. Nevada only had 5, and most of them were towards the end there. Mm-hmm. But obviously, I mean, you have no player of theirs has over 10 points. But I guess the player that I most want to spotlight there is Peyton White with 8 points. He's 2 for 2 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3, 3 for 4 from free throws. That's probably one of the better players that they had on their team in the first half. But I'd actually like to spotlight 2 players for Duquesne, Terrence Ginyard and Jimmy Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Terrence Ginyard, 13 points. Jimmy Williams, 12 points. Certainly a great game from Terrence Ginyard as the first half finished up. He got a board, 2 assists. He did have 3 turnovers, but, I mean, he leads the team in scoring as of now.
I want to highlight 2 things that have essentially, I think, have been the key thing for Nevada. Number one, I mean, the difference right now, I would say, has been 2 things. Number one, it's been the bench points. Nevada's gotten a ton of production off of the bench. If it's not been Amir Robinson, it's been Peyton White. If it's not been Peyton White, it's been Ethan Crowley. They're getting a lot of production from their other 5 guys who aren't their starters. They've gotten 19 points total from the bench in comparison to Duke's 5, because all 5 have come from only one guy, Edwards, who has had, I think he's had a pretty good game for what it's worth for the minutes he's played, but it's just not good enough when you're not getting any production. And the other thing is they are getting destroyed down low. I think it's a big reason why the shooting's been as bad as it is. I mean, even the 3-point shooting, for what it's worth, it's been really good for the Dukes tonight.
They're 7 for 18 to start, so that's what, a 39% shooting clip.
Yeah,
that's obviously a good start. I mean, shooting almost 40%. That is better than Nevada's performance to start off. But I mean, again, to Duquesne's credit, they had a good start, and they had an even stronger finish towards the end of the first quarter.
Unfortunately, I think that's where the other problem's been, because again, the shooting's been so low because the shooting down low has been horrific. They've been 3 for 10 down low. That's just not good enough. And unfortunately, it's kind of been culminated by this. Jakob has 2, Alex has 0, Van Boostel has 0. They've played Milosevic, and he has looked way out of his element tonight. He has looked really bad at points. They're not getting any production down low, and that is killing them. They're getting a lot of fouls from their big men. And Nietzsche is at 2 fouls. Dixon's at 2 fouls. Milosevic is at 3 fouls. They're getting beat down low, and that has killed them this first half.
And you say the down low player scoring down low has been a factor, and I think another contributing factor to that is the absence of John Hughley in tonight's game.
Which will be a curious thing to see for the decision on John not playing, because no matter what I go on Twitter, or anywhere online, I have not heard a reason for why John is not playing, and I know that is a unfortunately big contributing factor to the Dukes struggles through this first half. So all you can do is hopefully Duquesne can come back, they can rally and get something going, because I feel like because I liked how they ended it out. They started trusting their 3-point shots, and it's been dropping from Jimmy and Terrence. It's nice to see those 2 get going consistently, especially Jimmy, because Jimmy, I feel like, has had some really good games, but this is easily, in my opinion, one of the best games I've seen from Jimmy since, honestly, close to the start of the year.
Yeah, I'd completely agree with that. I guess another issue with the Dukes in the first half has been Milosevic. He obviously encountered foul trouble early. He was assessed a technical. A couple like regular fouls have been assessed towards him. So it'll be interesting to see if Coach Joyce will decide to maybe throw him in there, depending on how the rest of the game progresses on for Duquesne.
And I think they're gonna. What you might end up seeing is you might see Van Boosel get more minutes now. I think they tried to go with Milosevic to see if they can get something going and see if he's a little more dynamic, whereas Van Boosel, I think, is a very solid guy defensively, but he's just not – either it's the speed or it's just the overall play is just not fast enough. That's not giving him enough time on the court versus guys like Jakob and Dave who have been here for a while and have the longer experience working within this Duke system. So it's going to be interesting as we get ready for the second half. So I think one thing that I'm hopefully something just changes is going to be the fouls. I mean, that has to change or they are going to sink.
10 fouls in the first half. Almost a little bit similar to their performance against Villanova, which obviously didn't go well for Duquesne. But again, like as we have talked about in the past couple games, especially with Boise State, foul trouble has been an issue, and it is yet to be corrected. Obviously, as they went into the bonus plus category in the first half, never a great start there.
No, I want to also give a shout out to everyone who's tuning in tonight. I want to give a shout out to Brendan for all the help he's been back there as he gives the thumbs up. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's tuned in tonight as we are currently sitting at 85 views despite through all this stuff. You guys have been able to tune in tonight. I want to give a thank you to people like Vanessa Cooks, Michael Brownfield, and Samantha Thompson for tuning in, Legal Siegel. I want to give a shout out to all y'all because thank you so much for tuning in and giving us support because this has been, like I said, this has been one of the toughest nights I've ever had. Shout out to Will. I want to give the biggest shout out to him, by the way. Freshman, new face on here at DSTV, and he has come through and done a phenomenal job calling this game as best he can.
It's I appreciate that compliment, Nick. It just truly means so much to me to be able to call Duquesne basketball games, and it's always been a dream of mine to be able to call games and to be living that out in my freshman year. That's how's
this experience been trying to improvise on the fly here
believe it or not, it's been a true blessing. I'm absolutely fine with the struggle of calling a game through play-by-play on ESPN. It's been a true blessing, so I'm happy to roll through the highs and lows.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And if you're all enjoying this, make sure you all share the support. Again, you keep sharing this around the people you like, you comment, you subscribe, you turn on that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on other live streams as we are getting ready to start the second half because hopefully we hit 100 views tonight. We should, I think, with the rate things are going. And it's been... Like I said, this has definitely been one of those interesting nights I think I've ever sat through in terms of a basketball game. For all the years, for the 2 years that me and Jack have been doing this, I don't think I've ever had a moment quite like this. This has been a wild one for me.
I said this in the first half. I've obviously haven't gotten too much experience with broadcasting on Duquesne men's basketball, so this was obviously a new situation for me, but I'm just glad we were able to deal with it. We were able to kind of roll with the punches, and thankfully we finally have the game live and going.
And as the game is about to get started, I can't believe I got cursed to see a Labubu with 6'7" right next to it. I can now never unsee that.
What a time we live in.
What a time we live in, indeed. So that's going to be a turnover right up.
And that's a foul on Dave Dixon, and he will go to the line. Tayshawn Comer will go to the line.
It looked like it had a good chance. I mean, Comer got the ball stripped out of his hands, and he just picked it up and
just a fit. And again, just repeating again, the physical presence of Dave Dixon certainly being felt down low, as Nevada gets the dead ball rebound there.
It was just a missed assignment right there from looked like Jimmy just lost his man. I honestly think that was a good block from Dave. I know it's going to be frustrating because that's his third foul as the second free throw is good.
And there's the made free throw by Comer there. And Terrence Ginyard driving the ball up, sizing up the defender, going to drive to the hoop and the turnover. And that'll be Nevada, and that'll be Nevada ball going down.
A good play from Ginyard. He tried to go ISO, and he just gets the ball slapped out of his hands.
And there's that defensive presence that has just been making its name all game for Nevada. The turnovers that they have forced has been one of the main reasons why they are the way they are in this game.
Oh, 100%. And that's just one of those things that just eats you up when when it starts piling up. Especially, like I said, that's now turnover number 10 for Duquesne.
And Nevada moving the ball around. Tayshawn Comer with the ball up top, trying to, and
it looks like he's trying to bait a foul there, and it looks like it's going to be a jump ball. No, it's not.
Rebound by Caleb Lowry, and Chuck Bailey with a made three on the assist by Caleb Lowry.
It can't happen there, and unfortunately, that's been the result of the fouls. You saw Dave kind of just like lean back a little bit because he did not want to draw his fourth foul just 2 minutes into the second half.
Speaking of Dave Dixon driving down against his defender, and the layup is good. Dave Dixon with the layup, and is 46-37 Nevada.
That was one of those plays you like to see, like put a little touch on the ball, nice little high floater. That's going to be a kicked ball on, I believe that is Jakob, I'm assuming.
And to your point about Dave Dixon, I think I saw some shades of John Hughley there on his presence down low. Obviously, he's might have picked up a couple things from him.
Oh yeah, without question. And I gotta fix the one thing of the jump ball being on for Duquesne.
And Tayshawn Comer driving the ball up, forcing his way down low, and the pass off. It's gonna be a pass off of. Looks like what was that? No, it wasn't Hughley. It was looked like that might have been off of Netches there.
I think that was off of Netches as Comer's going to try to inbound that. And for what it was worth, I thought it's another good play from Duquesne. Just can't get the final result, which I think has been kind of the key thing that's keeping Nevada ahead by so much. Is that step back shot is good.
And Tayshawn Comer, he has been the player to watch for Nevada tonight. He's done a lot for Nevada in this game as Netches moves forward and tough layup blocked by Nevada, and loose ball scramble, and Netches picks it up. Netches out to Ginyard for three. Got it.
That's what you like to see. A little crazy scrum there where Duquesne does come out with the ball there, luckily, because that was almost turned into a disaster, but luckily Duquesne gets the ball back there.
Comer sizing up Ginyard, pass out to that's number 0, and that's trying to size up the defender down there. Pass out
Lowry for the play there,
and missed shot. Rebound Duquesne.
Like to see that from Netches getting down low and trying to make some presence felt there.
There's that rebounding that Duquesne needed in place of John Hughley, and pass out to and is a missed three by Cam Crawford.
And that's with someone they're trying to get warmed up because he's been on a really cold stretch these last few games, Cam, and it's just not been working, unfortunately.
Gets drive down low, and another foul being called on Dave Dixon.
And that's going to be problematic there. That, I think, is foul number 4 for Dave. And, oh, man, this is just going to start being a problem now. Dave's going to have to get subbed out. They're probably going to have to lean on Alex Williams at this point, which will make their lineup smaller. Essentially, it's going to now have to make Netches have to essentially be their center for the rest of the game.
And Alex Williams, indeed, being subbed in for Duquesne in place of Dave Dixon. And Dixon, that's the second similar foul that we've seen down low from him. Obviously, the first one looked a little bit close. That was more of a apparent foul.
Yeah,
there.
And that sucks because it's now essentially, especially now with no John Hughley in the game, Dave's now in massive foul trouble. They're gonna have to either go with a much smaller lineup of guys like Dom and Maximus. And
there's the free throw,
Alex Williams, or you're going to have to go with guys who are less proven, like Milosevic and Van Boekel.
Yep. You have Ginyard sizing up the defender, passed out to Netches. Netches to Jimmy, looks like Jimmy Williams. Jimmy Williams trying to find an open player. And a shot there is good. A three-pointer for Alex Williams in the corner there.
And a key thing here is going to be having to slow them down, having to try and get more pressure on Bailey, trying to slow down Comer because those two have been causing them fits all night long.
And there's trying to back down in there, and a missed layup rebound by Netches. There's that rebounding presence that Netches has had in this second half so far. And driving and a foul. No, it'll be no good, and that'll be on Tayshawn Comer. As looks like
you're gonna get Ginyer going to the line there. Which, I mean, this is huge. This could close the lead down to, at the very least, it could close the lead down to 2 possessions here, which has been needed since they've kind of let this game kind of slip away for a little bit.
Yep. And Ginyer dribbling and made the first one, so 44-50, and Lazar Milosevic being subbed in for Duquesne as well as Jake DeMichael.
They're having to make some bold changes tonight to try and muscle out a game. And honestly, for what it's worth, I like the effort that's come out here. I know it's frustrating, but I honestly think Dave got those 2 fouls. I think he played them about as well as he could have.
Completely agree. And Ginyer makes both of them to cut it to a 5-point lead. I believe that is the closest lead that Duquesne has held since the beginning of the first quarter.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been at least 10 minutes, if not longer. So this is something you're going to keep an eye on here.
Good ball movement there by Nevada at the top of the key early. Trying to size up the defender. A bit of a fadeaway, missed shot, and that is a rebound by Ginyer. Ginyer quickly moving it up. Here's the 3-point shot.
No good.
No good with the miss and out.
I like the idea. Yeah. I mean, Alex was wide open, but I guess there's a reason they left him open there.
And there's the rebound by Alex Williams. Pass out to Netches, and they'll have Ginyer move it up. But I like that what Duquesne's doing here. They're obviously forcing good missed shots for Nevada, and hopefully they can continue this performance here.
You're definitely going to see a big test here from guys like DeMichael and Alex Williams here. This is the kind of night where you want to see those two.
Speaking of Alex Williams, pull around fader from the corner. For 2 points, cutting it down to 3 points.
My goodness. Edwards did a step back fadeaway, and Nevada is going to call a timeout, I think. Or it might be the TV timeout.
It might be a little bit before.
No, it's going to be a Nevada timeout.
Might be a little bit before my time, but that's a little bit of a mix of Hakeem, the Dream Shake, as well as the player from our time, Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah,
with his one leg fader.
It really was like the one leg fader here. Yeah. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to come back into what has been a crazy start to the second half. Yeah. Duquesne only down by 3 with 14:51 to play here. We will be right back after this.
And hello and welcome back to live coverage of Duquesne Dukes men's basketball. I'm Will McDonald.
And I'm Nick Fernbaugh. This has been one of the more wild moments yet as we get back rolling with Nevada getting the ball to start after they called their timeout. Duquesne has made some bold changes here, running with guys like Milosevic, DeMichael, and Williams.
Elijah Price missed layup, rebound by Duquesne, and
a really bad mistake there from Milosevic. And
great block there.
Oh, man.
And Jake DeMichael with the steal. Duquesne driving it down.
They got Brendan Hall now in the game, and they're going to get a foul.
And that'll be a foul on Amir Robinson as Jake DeMichael. What a great hustle play on the steal there for Duquesne.
Again, another moment where it just came from just like a fire drill.
Absolutely.
With, I think it was Alex Williams and Milosevic, but another physical play from Maximus Edwards again.
And it looks like they'll be moving to an official TV timeout there. But, again, just to reinstate, the hustle and just not giving up on that play on the defensive board for Duquesne truly just shows the hustle that they have shown in this second half.
Oh, yeah, and honestly, we could just stick it here. It's all
right.
Shout out, like I said, shout out Brendan. He's done so many cool things on the fly out there. He's been awesome. As we
the reason why we have a live broadcast.
That's a good question. Actually, I can give you an answer for that because it's been a contentious topic this season, unfortunately, for all the wrong reasons. As a team, the turnovers have been equivalating to 15.2 turnovers a game to be exact. So it's been...
So obviously the turnovers were an issue in the first quarter, but I'd just like to point out the fact that Duquesne has controlled their fouls in the second quarter. I think they've only sent Comer to the line maybe once.
I believe it was once, yeah. And overall, I think they're starting to get themselves more comfortable, and this is nice to see. They're playing confident. They're fighting back, and that's something that just did not happen at all. They could not fight back or slow Nevada down. And I'm not saying it's perfect, but keeping Nevada to only 8 points through the first 5 minutes, I will happily take that at this point.
I mean, obviously, you cut it down to a 3-point lead for Nevada. The previous record was 4. But again, great solid defense on Duquesne's end. A lot of hustle. I'd absolutely love to see that for Duquesne.
Yeah, and I think I got an interesting question here: is do y'all feel like Jake or Max should be starting down there? Shade the Cam, but I don't think he should be starting. I think give Cam these 2 games against Canisius and Cleary, and if he is not picking things up, there is possibly an argument to made. I would say Max, if he keeps playing consistent. Max's issue has always been his consistency, but when he is rolling, there's a reason he was as good as he was at GW. So this is going to be a big set of free throws here for Max, as the first one is good.
Again, great free throw shooting that I've seen from Duquesne in this second half, especially Max Edwards. And
for anyone who watched last year, free throws have been the thing that drives me up a wall, because they were the worst in the A10 last year. As the second one is good. That is what you like to see. This is now a 1-point game with 14:21 to play.
Some clutch free throws from Max Edwards there to cut the lead down to 1.
Amen to that. As you're going to have guys like Brendan Hall in. You got Max Edwards in, Milosevic, Alex Williams, and DeMichael. A very unusual lineup tonight, but it's somehow getting some results, and that is what you like to see in a big moment like that.
Nice pass out there for Nevada. Nevada trying to set up a play here.
Only got 2 seconds left. They're going to have to throw
Walker,
the shot.
It's good.
No way.
Miles Walker there with the buzzer beater, with the shot clock buzzer beater.
That was one of those ones. It didn't look like he had himself ready in time, but that was a big time shot there. Wow, what a play from Miles Walker! Is that going to be a turn? It is going to be a turnover.
And Miles Walker will get credit for the steal there.
Who's that going to be on? I'm assuming Brendan Hall on the turnover there.
It's Miles Walker on the steal.
No.
For
for the Dukes. I mean, a spin around, just quick release. Yeah. That's an unbelievable play. I mean, what a shot.
That certainly
have that quick release and just instantly getting that to work. That's going to be
barely
him still in bounds there. And DeMichael's going to try to fight off a play and get a foul.
Tough and one, and that foul would be on Jake DeMichael there down low.
It's one of those times where you try to put pride on using your chest to get some fouls and try to, or not fouls, but some pressure, and it's just not have your feet set, unfortunately.
See, now there's obviously been a lot of chaotic plays in more recent minutes, and this is where Duquesne can't lose what they've had in the first part of the second half at least, and that's losing their cool and giving this Nevada team anything to work with.
Second one's no good, and it's going to be
and that'll be a rebound for Milosevic.
Nevada trying to get a little more physical here. You're seeing a little more grabbing, a little shoving, and just like that. That's going to be a foul on Nevada there. I think it's on White.
Yeah, it'd be on Peyton White. And again, to your point about being more physical for Nevada, it's kind of like the tables have turned a little bit. That they're fouling more against Duquesne, and it's just certainly interesting to see, especially in the second half.
100%, and it's. Like I said, you're starting to see things get a little more.
And Alex Williams, the tough layup on the assist by Max Edwards to cut the lead back down to 3.
Duquesne's fighting hard. It's 3 fouls for Nevada, and I think 3 for the Dukes.
And Vaughn Weems nearly turned it over, and he did. Alex Williams with the steal.
Oh.
And it made it.
That was another case of being very weird, and that's going to be a foul. That time on Alex Williams, it was like Alex picked it up, threw it, kicked it out to Max, and then
threw it in the air, almost. Yeah,
chucked up what was like a pop fly.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen. There's been some. This has been a very interesting night. There's been a lot of moments where I've sat back. I'm like, I don't think I've seen this in sports. But that's going to be foul. I think number 4 for the Dukes. I'm checking. Yep, that is foul number 4.
And Brendan Hull and Alex Williams being subbed out. Terrence Ginyard being subbed in, and Jakob Netches being subbed in for Duquesne.
The first free throw is good.
Jake DeMichael also being subbed out. Jimmy Williams being added back into the lineup for Duquesne.
This is, like I said, it's been one of these halves where I've just kind of been sitting here and just like trying to take this in, as this has just been nothing short of complete chaos.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way to be calling my second game.
It just, of course, it's this way.
Yeah.
As the second free throw is no good, and it's going to be.
Are they going to call a foul there?
I think they're going to call an over the back foul. I think on Jimmy Williams. Or are they calling it on Milosevic?
That might be on Milosevic again. That's absolutely not what you need if you're Duquesne, and that sends Peyton White back to the free throw line there.
Wow.
Yeah, the free throw is good for Peyton White, and just not the mistake you need if you're Duquesne.
No, not at all. And it's gonna put them back down to being down by 5. So they're gonna have to just keep rolling. There's something's gonna have to give, and that's a very dangerous pass from Ginyard there to Williams. But Williams somehow keeping his balance 1 foot, and that was a near disaster there.
It's trying to spin out. Duke's trying to force something. Jimmy Williams.
Jakob setting a screen there.
And he's going to try to go up with the layup. It's no good. Rebound Netches. Another three-pointer, no good. Rebound Nevada on the Tyler Rollison on the defensive board there.
And again, another case where I think they took a good shot. I think Jimmy had a good chance there. He just couldn't get the final shot there.
Dry Coleman forcing his way down low, and the made jumper on the assist by Amaya Robinson.
And it looked like Milosevic got a piece of that as it went up in the air, and it still somehow just dropped. I mean, that's just put that ball in the bucket.
Max Edwards on the 3, no good. And that's going to be Duquesne ball.
Credit to Nitch just there. He came flying in. I think poked the ball out of Coleman's hand.
Yep.
Which, I mean, that's a good effort play, as the Dukes are unfortunately now down by 7, looking to make another rally and try to keep this close, as we are going to take a quick little break and come back. Hopefully Duquesne can get the rally going, but we will be right back after this.
And we are back here with our live coverage of Duquesne Dukes men's basketball. Obviously, towards the end of the we're towards the end of the TV timeout here, and we do have a substitution to report for Duquesne. Maximus Edwards being subbed out and Cam Crawford being subbed in.
Which is just not the play you'd like to see. No, last year was brutal at the free throw line, but they're going to get a big inbound here as they're going to get that ball out to Milosevic. Milosevic over to Ginyard.
Ginyard trying to find something. Pass out. Jimmy Williams trying for the layup. Rebound. And is that going to be That's going to be Duquesne ball. What a hustle there by, I think it was
Somebody got to put up a shot, though, and it's off the rim.
No good. Miles Walker on the defensive board. And Amir Robinson, the tough over and under on the layup, on the assist by Miles Walker there. And that'll put the lead for Nevada up at 9.
Duquesne's trying to get anything going now as Jakob's trying to lead a play over. Trying to get movement with Ginyard and Milosevic, and just nothing is getting schemed open here. Just tight coverage from the Wolfpack.
Pass back to Milosevic. Milosevic with the try for the 3. No good. Defensive board. Nevada on the defensive board by Amir Robinson down there.
Duquesne going cold again, unfortunately, and that's
this is exactly what we were talking about. You can't give them anything. They had them at a 2-point lead, and that has since gone out the window.
Yeah, no points in the last.
Attempted 3 by Peyton White there. No good.
Foul going the other way. I think an over the back foul from Coleman there.
Yeah, Dry Coleman there, and again Milosevic has been good with getting rebounds there. Obviously, he is in foul trouble right now, but hopefully that'll settle down a little bit, and he can continue his rebounding presence down low.
Yeah, 100%. Because essentially, especially with Dixon in the foul trouble, Van Boeselt not getting a lot of minutes tonight, and Hughley we don't know what's going on. Milosevic playing decent is going to be a necessity tonight.
And Netch's trying to draw something.
Cam with the deep
Cam 3, no good. And
ball kicks around, but picked up by Coleman. That was a big moment to get a play going there.
That was a necessary moment. And Jariah Coleman going to try to draw in, no good. And Milosevic on the rebound.
Interesting choice for Nevada to try to go very fast there. I mean, Terrence did get shoved very far off the ball there.
And Cam Crawford going in for the layup. It's good on the assist by Ginyard.
Cam needed that. He has been just having 2 tough games out west, and that was great vision to take the baseline and use it to his advantage.
A great assist by Ginyard there on the wraparound pass.
100%. That's what you like to see at this point.
Absolutely, and you just got to keep this going, keep up the defensive presence that you had earlier on in the second half. And that'll be a foul on Ginyard as he tries to create space. A couple of substitutions to report. Miles Walker subbing out, Jariah Coleman subbing out for Nevada. Elijah Price being subbed in, Tayshawn Comer back in the game. Netch's out for Duquesne. Milosevic out for Duquesne, and Alex Williams and Stefan Bussel being subbed back in.
I think now is the moment you're going to need a guy like Van Boeselt to have to get some big minutes in.
Absolutely.
Because, Milosevic is playing a lot right now, and I know he's got to be tired for a guy who really doesn't get minutes at all through most of non-conference. This is
absolutely
a necessity for Van Boeselt to have to give some good minutes.
As Nevada inbounds their pass, they're going to try to create space, find a play that works for them. And Tayshawn Comer now with the ball. Tayshawn Comer, step back fader, no good. And
it's going to be a
foul. Again, Cam Crawford being credited with the foul there.
That's another tough look because that's going to be, I think, foul number 6 for Duquesne. And again, it just comes from, not great rebounding from Van Boeselt there. But I don't know. I guess maybe a reach in on Cam, possibly.
It looks like they might be.
I think Cam got another foul there. 2 fouls in essentially
less than
a second.
Yeah. And Drew Joyce trying to argue that.
And it's going to be 1-1.
Just absolutely not what you needed right there if you're Duquesne. Obviously, you had the previous foul on Cam
And I really don't know about that one. There was a lot of pushing and shoving. Honestly, it looked
might have been a bit of a sell on Tyler Rollison's part there.
Yeah, it definitely looked like it was a lot of pushing on it, like into Cam's chest there. The first shot's gonna be good. Kind of just see the momentum starting to slip away again for Duquesne here.
Yeah, and that's, again, I'm just going to keep rehashing that. That's exactly what they did not need, is to give them any leeway. And as Rollison makes his next free throw.
And now it's going to be, you're starting to see a little, try to go a little half-court trap there.
Yep.
With 3 of their defenders, a little 3-on-2 action there. And they're going into a zone, trying to go into a zone look, it looks like.
And pass down to Cam Crawford. Cam Crawford going up for the layup. It's good on the assist by Alex Williams.
Putting it back to 7, and that was, again, it's one of those takes. You normally don't see a lot of teams try to run zone for a reason.
No,
it's sometimes easy to pick apart, but, I mean, for what it was worth, Nevada was playing that pretty tough, and again,
they were, especially
using the baseline again.
The press at half court, too. Looks like that's going to be
Cam's not shying away from being physical.
No,
tip the ball out of bounds as well.
No, he's not. That's great work on the defensive end there by Cam Crawford.
It's sometimes so easy to get frustrated when you're getting, especially in a moment like that where you get fouls called back-to-back plays. That's a great pass, and it's going to be a foul.
On Stefan Busel, which, again, that foul trouble is coming back to haunt the Dukes here as they move up to, what is it now, 7 fouls this half?
I believe it's 8 now.
8 fouls.
Unfortunately, as that is going to be...
They're just going to send Elijah Price to the line.
That's going to be 8 fouls for the Dukes there. And Price has been a problem. You highlighted it.
Yep, it certainly has been.
And the first one's not good.
Elijah Price going to line for his second free throw here.
Face slap as well, I feel that.
And the second free throw is good.
You're gonna need, at this point, if you're not gonna get many good looks, you just gotta keep trying to shoot the 3 and trust your ability to make them. As Jimmy's trying to get something going, making some moves. Cam's, trying to direct traffic here.
Jimmy Williams for the 3. It's good.
Oh my goodness, Ginyard with a beautiful shot there.
On the assist by Alex Williams, and that is exactly what Duquesne needs to try to get back into this.
Now it's gonna be having to get that big stop. They got to find it at this point. These are the moments that are going to decide if you can get a rally going. And right now, you need a stop in the worst way.
Trying to dribble up, find something, pass out. Tyler Rollins, no good.
Great rebound there from what I believe was Jimmy Williams. As Jimmy's trying to direct traffic.
Foul, and that's going to be a foul on Chuck Bailey.
I think it was before the shot as well. So that he's gonna, when we come back, he's gonna go to the line and take some shots. So we're gonna take, as it's heading to their TB break with about 7:15 left to play. Duquesne down by 5, but I believe that foul puts them in the bonus, and I will double check that before we go into the before we go into the timeout. No, that is actually only foul number 5 for
Nevada.
For Nevada. As when we come back, Duquesne will be getting a big chance to try and come back here with 7:15 left to play. You didn't see that.
Getting caught on the lanyard there. Nick Fernvall, ladies and gentlemen. And we are back covering Duquesne men's basketball live from the basement of College Hall. As I got to give credit to Nick Fernbaugh on that TV timeout there. I'd be curious to see what his 40 time was, because that was an immaculate level of hustle from Nick there as we jump back into the game here.
And this is going to be a huge possession here for Duquesne. You got to see them take a big shot, get something going as Van Boosel is still in the game. I think it's the same lineup as before. They're trying to get something rolling right now.
Trying to draw there.
Cam's trying to fight and make a play.
Crawford, and a missed layup, and it'll be Nevada ball.
Alex tried to go for the rebound and just tipped right off his hands. So It was a good effort, but just couldn't come down with it. That was a big chance to get a play there, and Cam tried to go for a step back instead of trying to lead into the contact there.
That's what you like to call the hero shot.
Hero shot.
And Tyler Rollison, wide open, and the jumper's made.
And that's a case of miscommunication there. It seemed like Cam was like stuck between no man's land between Rollison and I think it was Bailey out of the three-point line, and just nobody had Rollison there.
Exactly. And looks like there's going to be a timeout called on Duquesne.
We got about 6:27 left in the game. Duke's still down 7, trying to get something rolling here. Trying to get one big rally. That's what they need. They need like a 10-0 rally. That's the only way I feel like they're going to have a chance to steal this game.
10-0 rally, multiple defensive stops is going to be crucial to keeping Duquesne at least in this game and hopefully maybe try to find a lead there.
And that's the other thing. I feel like they're just right on the verge. They get like a 6-0 rally or a 5-0 rally, and they're right on the verge of getting something that gets things rolling. And unfortunately, as it shows, they're getting beat down low, and they're getting beat
off the bench, too. I mean, Nevada 33 bench points to Duquesne's 14. Duquesne also has 14 points in the paint to Nevada's 28.
I mean, they've doubled them in the paint, and it's felt like that tonight, especially since Dave has not been in the game.
Exactly, and that's a key. That has been a key loss to Duquesne tonight.
And it really has. It's just been a tough look to try and get things going as Nietzsche is trying to get the ball out to Ginyer. Ginyer trying to direct traffic and get something rolling here for Duquesne. As Dixon is back in the game. They're taking a risk trying to hopefully not lose.
And a missed layup there on Ginyard. As Elijah Price will get credit for the defensive board there.
Again, I was curious to see that Dave's in right now with 6 minutes left.
Especially with 4 fouls on him, too.
4 fouls, yeah. One mistake could send him out of the game. But I think they have to take this risk because Dave has been so physical.
And Elijah Price down low, and he gets the layup to go on the assist by Caleb Lowry.
And you saw Dave, again, trying to get physical. Tried to slap that ball out, but it just didn't go anywhere. And that's one that's going to hurt.
And that'll be it looks like that'll be a foul on Tayshawn Comer.
Maybe a kicked ball foul?
Yeah, it looked like it.
That was a curious thing. Oh, no. I knew it was coming, folks. They joked about it at the start when there was a little boo-boo sign, and right next to it was 6-7, because of course it was. Yeah. I swear to God, the internet has rotted our brains, folks.
Yeah, you know, it's certainly impacted a lot of sports, most notably this game.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't seen much of it at Duquesne home games.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You have not had the unfortunate pleasure of sitting by press row. Especially when there's kids there. Dave's going to go for the shot and get it.
And Dave Dixon, excellent layup there on the assist by Terrence Ginyard.
Yeah, I heard him all the time along press row, so it's
because you got everybody behind you saying
all the elementary and middle school kids.
And Roland's
Dave's gonna go
tough defensive board and rebound by Netchus.
I was really
Duquesne driving the ball up.
Jimmy Williams with the layup.
Williams with the excellent layup there on the assist by Netchus to cut the lead to 5 here with under 5 minutes to play in this game.
And that stemmed from Dave. They're taking a risk, and they are trying their best with it because they know how much of an impact someone like Dave brings, how much teams fear Dave when they have to deal with him. As Terrence is trying to do his best to slide off the plays.
And it looks like Ginyard will get a foul drawn on him.
No, 100%. He slapped I believe that was
trying to slow down the offensive rhythm that Nevada had going for them.
On Comer, I believe.
Yep. And it looks like Jimmy Williams being subbed out for Max Edwards for Duquesne on the free throw attempts here by Comer.
Interesting choice to see them sub out Jimmy.
Yeah, I'd be curious as to see why he was subbed out there.
But this has been And they're fighting as hard as I think they can at this point.
And
the first shot's good.
Tayshawn Comer up at the line for his second attempt here. And he drains it.
Back to 7 again.
Yeah.
Duquesne trying to mount any sort of comeback with about 4:30 left to play.
I mean, draw in, pass out to Dave Dixon, my apologies. And the 3 by Ginyard, no good. And it's going to be
a scrum there, and I think it's going to be a jump ball, which I believe goes to
Duquesne? Would be Duquesne ball. Is Netchus being credited with the offensive board down low there as he wins the scrum for the basketball in the paint.
Duquesne's going to get the ball there, and that's going to be a huge play there. As Ginyard's going to inbound that to Dixon. Ginyard trying to create something happen in there.
Ginyard,
going to fire off
tough pass, great leap by Netchus there.
And Edwards almost lose the ball. And he goes for a play, and he gets a foul.
Excellent foul draw by him, and the foul goes on Peyton White there.
That's going to send him to the line for a big chance to get something going. I mean, again, this is going to turn to a slow. I think it's going to turn to a slow grind here.
It's going to be a slow 4 minutes as we wrap up this game with about 4 minutes left to play.
The game gets slower the closer you get to the last 5 minutes.
Max Edwards hits the first one to bring the lead down to 6. Hopefully, he can hit the next one, bring it down to 5.
Just good effort. Again, another questionable call because I feel like that was a really good play from Price.
Yeah, that was, again, he had the hands up, but, foul was drawn as Max Edwards makes the second. And Alex Williams now being subbed in for Duquesne. Tyler Rollison's being subbed out for Nevada, and Miles Walker in for his place.
It's gonna be interesting to see what they use with Alex Williams here.
As they sub out Dave Dixon for him, so
I guess they wanted to be careful.
Yeah.
I guess still trying to be careful. Probably in case they want to use Dave for the last 2 minutes. So these 2 minutes, I'm assuming they're probably going to use Alex Williams for these 2 minutes. These are got to be 2 of the biggest minutes of his life right now.
Absolutely.
They got a chance to really cut this back and get this within one possession.
Going to try to move it down low. Chuck Bailey missed defensive board. Alex Williams with the defensive board.
Oh man. Talked about big moments. That was a great rebound from him.
Exactly what you needed for Duquesne.
Ginyard trying to direct traffic. Alex Williams with the screen. Ginyard not finding anyone. Passes out to Nietzsche.
Trying to find something. And
over to Max. Max to Nietzsche. Nietzsche.
And the foul called on Elijah
Wow.
Price, which sends Nietzsche to the line.
That's a big play right there. As that's going to be Price's 3rd foul. And that is going to be a huge.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Nevada, they look nervous, and they're certainly playing nervous, especially with their.
It's almost like they took their foot off the gas. Duquesne has stepped up big, only allowing 27 points in this second half. They've been really, really scrappy, if we're being honest.
Exactly. Again, it's like I mentioned earlier in this second half. I mean, it looks like the tables have been flipped. I mean, Nevada's committing more. They obviously haven't committed more fouls, at least this half. But it's at this point in the game, it certainly looks like it.
No, and I think it's not as much about the fact that they're committing more fouls. I think it's more just the fact that they're playing. I think Nevada is almost like taking their foot off the gas. They're trying to slow things down, and in turn, I don't think they're giving themselves the best looks at times. They're trying to take the clock down, and unfortunately, it's leading to some forced shots. And they're not there. For as much as we've had problems with big men tonight. The rebounds, I don't think, are too different, if we're being honest. I think, no, Duquesne's out-rebounding Nevada despite all the problems they've had. Nietzsche has 9 rebounds despite only having 2 points.
And we talked in the pregame show, Nietzsche was actually the player that I spotlighted on this game.
You did.
Again, we needed him to have a good We needed him to have a good rebounding game, and that is exactly what he's had as he leads the team with 9 boards in this game.
And it's just been a big night. You saw Jimmy step up. He has 14. Edwards with double digits. So,
if you want to talk about leading scorers for Duquesne, also Terrence Ginyard leading the scoring there with 21 points, 6 for 7 from the free throw line, and 5 for 9 from the field.
He's just been unbelievable tonight. He's been shooting great, especially at the three-point line, drawing contact, and
as well as sharing the ball too. He has 4, leads the assists with 4.
Yeah.
He does have 4 turnovers, but I mean, with the game that he's had, if Duquesne can make this at least a little bit closer, I think I can excuse this game.
I think if you get these big shots, even if you only get one, as long as you get one here from Nietzsche, you want him to get both, but as long as he gets one, it's 4. This is reasonable. One stop makes this possibly a 2 or a 1-point game again. I mean, they've been shooting great tonight for what it's been worth.
They certainly have. As Nietzsche makes his way to the line for his 2 free throws here. Nietzsche's his first free throw is up, and it's good.
It's going to make it a 4-point game. Chance to make it a 1-possession game here.
Big moment for Nietzsche here. Nevada crowd doing anything they can to get him to miss it, but it is to no avail. Jakob Nietzsche makes both free throws.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ourselves a close one here.
Yeah.
I know Jack's got to be mad because of what happened before as he's not here.
Yeah.
But me and Will got ourselves a close one heading in with only 3:20 left to play. Nevada looking to try and extend the lead. Nietzsche's doing everything he can to muscle out Price.
Elijah Price, the missed rebound. Nietzsche grabs the defensive board.
Ginyard moving quickly. Ginyard running down, creating traffic.
No good.
And they're not going to call foul on that. It's going to be picked up from Nevada. They're moving quickly in transition.
Comer trying to take it up, pass out. And Nevada trying to kill some time and, I guess, create some space. Pass back out to Comer. Comer, his shot, no good. Defensive board by Terrence Ginyard.
We're getting ourselves a close one here. 1-3 ties this game up. Ginyard trying to slow this down, and I like this overall.
Great play by Terrence Ginyard there. Great move.
Cam and Jakob trying to create screens. Nothing open. And it's going to be tipped off. Ooh. I think there's going to be a little bit of argument there.
Questionable call there.
Because I thought that tipped off of Jakob's hand, not Price's, but they're going to call it for Duquesne's ball as of right now. I think they might take a look at that.
Ooh, that is close.
It's hard to tell there. I thought it was Jakob. Maybe it was actually.
I don't know. I thought I saw the angle where Price touched it last.
You might be right.
As they will inbound this ball here, Nietzsche's pass back out to Ginyard. Ginyard trying to spin around. Pass back out to Nietzsche.
3 seconds left.
Nietzsche, the one-legged 3. It's good!
Oh my goodness!
Tie game for Duquesne on the clutch 3 from Jakob Nietzsche.
Oh my goodness! We talked about the dirt step back.
The one-legged fader 3 to tie the game up with just about 2 minutes to play.
That was nothing but a desperation heave. Jakob saw how much time left, and he just stepped back. And that was smart. That was smart as well because he lifted his foot up. It wasn't going to be a 2-point shot.
And the Duquesne bench goes wild for Nietzsche, and it looks like
I think they're taking a look in case he got the ball out in time. I think he did. But I think they're going to take one last look at it just to make sure.
We had to talk about that rule last game where,
oh my goodness.
I think the ball needs to be out of the hands by 0.3.
Yes, the Trent Tucker rule.
Yes, the Trent Tucker rule. That is exactly what I was alluding to.
It's a long call because this is a big call here.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you can't really see based on the clock. But I honestly believe he got that out in time, but it's hard to say. It could go either way. I think they got that ball out.
I'm trying to look at and what are they going to call here? And it will be.
I think they're going to say that basket counts, I believe.
The basket does indeed count.
With 2 minutes left to play, Dave Dixon is subbing in a big moment. I told you, big moments from Alex Williams. He was a catalyst for getting this team to fight back, and that is an unbelievable moment. Oh, my goodness, folks. We are setting ourselves up for a feisty and crazy finish here at College Hall.
David Dixon with the steal.
Oh my
He's driving down.
He's going up and he's going to slam it!
Dave Dixon with his signature celebration on the clutch dunk.
Duquesne is up by 2 with 1:47 left to play.
And it's up. No good.
Picked up, though, by Price. Price for the shot.
No good.
And they're going to call a foul, and I think Dave's going to foul out.
No, that's on Cam.
It's going to be on Cam.
That will be on Cam Crawford.
Oh, my goodness. A chance for that to almost go into disaster. They had the play.
But what a steal from Dave Dixon.
What a play from Dave, and that's the Dave Slam.
Dave Slam and the signature celebration.
You guys doing great. This sounds like TV for real. Appreciate you, Josh. Oh, my goodness.
There we go.
Price stepping up with a chance to tie this game. The first shot
is good.
Good. How's the heart feeling, brother? For what it's worth, even if they don't come away with this has been an unbelievable second half, an unbelievable rally from the Dukes. But can they finish this off?
And it's no good.
But it's tipped, and it's gonna be.
Oh, they're not gonna
say it's out of bounds. And 15 seconds left on the shot clock.
Looks like they. What are they reviewing here?
I don't think it's anything. I think it's the fact that Dave has to tie his shoes.
Ooh.
If I'm correct.
That should be what it is there.
Yep. I'm gonna say because Dave had to tie his shoes, they called it dead. I don't know what you call it. Like dead ball stop time.
No, so I was actually a referee. So this is my time. So basically,
go for it.
The referee gets to call kind of their own timeout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a big play here for Duquesne to get a stop, but Comer going in.
Comer trying to force something. One-legged fader is good.
Wow.
What a shot from Comer there.
An unbelievable play from Comer. I mean, that is why he's been the best player for Nevada tonight. Is they're going to call a timeout.
Duquesne. A 1-point game here with about a minute 13 to be exact.
Oh, my goodness.
1-point game. At one point, this game, 1-point game was beyond belief. But, the Dukes have certainly stepped it up here in the second half.
No, and I mean, this game was they had a lead as large as 14 with 2 minutes left in the first half for Nevada, and now it's just 1 point. Duquesne has a chance to fight back here. I mean, they fought back immensely through this second half. I mean, it's been led by a few strong performances. Nietzsche stepped up and delivered a big bucket. Dave with an unbelievable slam for the limited minutes he's had in the second half.
And that clutch steal, too, just to put him up.
Exactly. They've slowed Nevada down big time, kept it to only 30 points.
They certainly have.
And Duquesne has rallied to a sluggish start. They have a chance to steal a game out in Reno with a minute 13 left to play.
Also improved their record on the road, which, as we know, is 0-2.
That would be a big one. It'd be nice, especially with as few road games as they've had this year in non-conference, as their last 2 games, as they were going to be home for the last 2 against Canisius and Cleary before they start conference play. You would love to see them steal one out on the road against a top 100 team in the net rankings.
Exactly what you need for Duquesne if you're going into, again, Canisius and Cleary. I want to say it was the other game.
And things have spiked. You guys have been awesome tonight as we're hitting a peak concurrent viewers of 22
there
for this,
we go.
Insane, sitting at 159 total views for the night. I hope you all enjoy this, and stay tuned. We got a crazy finish here as the ball's been inbounded to Ginyard with 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
Ginyard pass out to Dixon. Dixon
direct traffic.
Dixon
there.
Back to Ginyard. Ginyard gonna try to drive, up fake, and no good on the layup.
And no foul. And they're gonna call a foul on Ginyard.
No, that's on Dixon.
Are they calling it on Dixon?
They're going to call that one on Dixon.
Oh, no.
Dave Dixon going to have to be subbed out there for Duquesne. Alex Williams back in his place.
And that's going to be the end of Dixon's night.
Such an unfortunate end because he has had such a...
And I know he's frustrated
such a presence defensively. He had the most clutch steal on the night for Duquesne. It's just unfortunate that his night has to end here in such a close game.
Unfortunately, and that's going to send him to the line as well. White has a chance to make a big swing there, possibly make it a 3-point game. I can't read that, Jack. That's outrageous what you said, bro. I can't. And that ball spins around. Of course, that spins around and falls in. You got to be kidding me.
Peyton White makes his first.
Oh my goodness! You might get 2 possessions max, so this has got to be a big time 3. And I honestly, if this ball is not in Ginyard or Williams' hands, I think there's a mistake here tonight.
I would completely agree there.
They're the only 2 I would trust with a 3-point shot.
Peyton White, the shot is good. Duquesne going to try to kill some time here, but not too much, hopefully.
This has got to be a big play. Got to take something open here.
And pass out to, looks like...
Because one bad look essentially seals your fate for this game.
Jimmy Williams, pass out to Nietzsche's. Nietzsche's 3. No
Air
good.
Ball.
No good rebound. It's good!
It's good.
Max Edwards on the made layup.
Had to take it. There was nothing much they could do. About 30 seconds left. 2 seconds different on the shot clock to the game clock as we are heading for a crazy finish.
And Jimmy Williams will force the foul there.
That's going to be Comer heading to the line, I believe, right?
That would be Comer to the line.
Oh, man. That was unfortunate. Nate just airballed the three-pointer.
Excellent excellent rebound by Williams.
Yeah, 100%. Or Edwards, yeah.
Edwards, yes.
Edwards with the unbelievable play. I mean,
and the layup, too.
For the problems that the Dukes have had with not much contributing on the bench, Edwards has been about as good as you could have asked for. Yeah. First one's good. And the second shot
by Comer is good. And that'll be a timeout. Looks like for Nevada.
Yes. Oh, man, folks. Sitting with about 25 seconds left in the game. A 3-point shot ties it, but I think if you don't at least get a 2, this could essentially put them out of business for the night. Oh, my goodness. It just keeps getting better and better. We've hit a peak concurrent viewers of 30 tonight. This is insane. We haven't had this much support since the freaking Akron Duquesne football game. Wow. You guys have been awesome tonight. Yeah. Thank you so much. I hope you all are enjoying this, and if you are, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, you turn on the bell for notifications, because all the love and support means the world to me to quickly update it. They each have 1 timeout remaining. I just had to fix that quickly. It's been an unbelievable night from 2 very big stars, Ginyard for Duquesne and Tayshawn Comer for Nevada. Wow. I was not expecting this. I was ready to just sit back and kind of have this game be dead, but they're fighting with everything they've got at this point.
Absolutely.
Oh,
and now 6-7 has now been flipped to 7-6. Hopefully a trend that does not arise because of this game.
And Nevada is going to play very physical here, which I don't blame them there. Oh, I guess they kind of faked it out there.
It's going to be Max Edwards the 3. No good. Rebound, Duquesne. And he's going to try to go up with it. And a foul called on Peyton White. Alex Williams going to be sent to the line. 14 seconds left in this game. And he has some clutch free throws to make here.
Yes, sir. I mean, this could decide the night depending on what happens. First shot from Alex Williams is going to be.
And it's good.
Good. Oh,
another clutch free throw for Alex Williams here. Going to have to, the entire Dukes team riding on his shoulders with this shot right here. And he gets it to go.
1-point game, 76-75. Duquesne playing tight coverage, trying to get the ball out, and they do.
It's going to be a foul on, looks like Alex Williams.
And it's going to be Comer, I think, heading to the line again.
Comer, just not the guy you want to send to that line because he has been money from the charity stripe tonight.
Actually, I don't believe that is Comer. I think that is actually Walker. Excuse me, that is Walker who is going to be heading to the line. Miles Walker for the Wolfpack. Nevada is having to make some big-time free throws to try and keep this close. Or try to keep this away from the Dukes. First shot from Miles Walker is...
It's good.
It's good.
Both teams do have a timeout here in the final 12 seconds of this game.
They do.
And I project that Duquesne will use that timeout here if the free throw is good by...
Second free throw is going to be...
It's good.
Good. Excellent shooting from
Duquesne
Nevada
not going to call timeout here in an interesting move.
I think they're going to have to get across the court. Now They're not going to call timeout.
Interesting call.
6 seconds, 5 seconds. Jimmy Williams stepping back for the three.
No
good. And that is going to be game.
And the Dukes losing a heartbreaker to Nevada. But, to Duquesne's credit, we'll obviously cover this a little bit more. They played a heck of a second half, and that is probably the most hustled I have seen out of Duquesne this year.
It's weird to say because I don't know. It's still frustrating that they still haven't picked up a win that's not a quad 4 game, and I'm hoping they come back against Canisius and Cleary and just dominate. But honestly, for as rough as things have kind of been through this stretch, when you look at Northeastern, you look at William & Mary, you look at the Central State game where they didn't really shine that well, you look at the Boise State game where they got throttled. That was easily the best showing they had tonight.
Absolutely.
And I honestly think if you have this full squad here for Duquesne, they probably win this game. A lot of it stemmed from having the struggles down low. And again, when we find out tomorrow, me or Jack will probably make an update on DSTV's Twitter of what possibly was the reason for John Hughley not playing tonight. Because when Dave fouled out, that essentially put them in a world of hurt. There was only so much they could do. And honestly, in a game where they were down as far as 14, and I don't know. It's weird to say because I feel like this was a good showing, and I'm not upset with this result,
No, absolutely not. There's not a lot to be upset about here besides the loss, which is unfortunate. But, again, this was a close game played from Duquesne. They obviously had a lot to work on after their first half performance, and they came out strong. They did finish strong. Bit of a questionable call there at the end to not call timeout, maybe try to draw up a little bit of a better play and not force that 3-point shot late, which I get needed to be forced, but you could have at least taken your final timeout and drawn up a better play
there.
Yeah, and again, this is what I talked about is the rushed shots, and that impacted Duquesne here later tonight.
No, 100%. And unfortunately, I guess like I said, this is how it unfortunately goes down. The Dukes drop a heartbreaker, but I think for what it's worth, there are things to take away from this game, and I think the key thing for me was this was such a huge game for Ginyard. He needed this in the worst way. And honestly, again, I think he got a few plays that he didn't get called for a foul. But for what it's worth, for as brutal a night Cam had, I think he stepped up and made some big shots late. Net just hit that big three. Max was giving them some unbelievable minutes. I mean, he was probably the main reason I think this comeback even started. One of the few guys on the bench who were getting a lot of production work in.
And you talk about Nietzsche's his work on the glass. I mean, he led the team on rebounding. He had, I think, 10 rebounds. I think he split it down the middle 5 and 5 with offensive and defensive boards.
I guess kind of wrap this up. I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in because this has been crazy. We finished with 218 views. It skyrocketed. Well, I mean, you can see where it just started picking up when this game just started getting really close.
You talk about such a crazy game. We obviously started this game to our current viewers without a broadcast. The Mountain West Network that broadcasted this Duquesne game was not up and running for
basically the first half.
A first half. But here at Duquesne, we roll with the punches, and we called a great game here tonight, if I do say so myself.
I saw that little tag for Gridiron Gospel in your
Yeah.
But no, thank you all so much because it's been insane. We finished the night with 218 viewers and a peak at one point of 30. I believe it was. Well, if it would show up, I want to say 36 or 37 concurrent viewers at one point. It was one of the. Honestly, you guys, like, this makes me smile so much.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Brendan in the back who
saved the night.
Honestly, he kept things from being completely chaotic. Somehow got the broadcast working. So shout out to him. Shout out to him for the graphics. He's done an awesome job tonight. I want to give a shout out to everyone who tuned in, every single person who commented and watched tonight. It's one of the most commented videos I've had, or one of the most commented streams I've had in a while.
I also do just want to point out my pronunciation of Nevada did bounce back and forth. So I apologize to any viewers watching in Nevada.
Yeah.
But again, pleasure to call a great game, and looking forward to it for the next time.
Without question. And so, again, thank you to Brendan. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. Thank you to Jack for making all these things happen here at DSTV, as he is currently getting ready to travel home, as we are about to as well. This will probably be the final live thing. I got some projects I owe to viewers from Halloween. I know, I'm great.
And no time like Christmas.
Yeah, but as we're getting ready to wrap up tonight, I want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in. We finished tonight with 220 views. You guys have been awesome. But as we get ready to head home, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. Thank you all for tuning in. I love you all. Yeah. And one more thank you to Will, because he made a lot. He shined so bright tonight. He did awesome.
Thank you very much, Nick. That truly means so much. And here's to the new year.
Amen. Wish you all a good night, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year.